Hey everyone, this is Larry with Today I Feel Like. I have been using the Samsung Z Fold 8 now for 24 hours. And so I wanted to just check in with you and let you know my sort of first day initial thoughts about this phone. So it's a lot of fun. Let's jump into it and here we go. All right, the first thing that I noticed about this phone when I got it, and something that will probably really become evident to you, is that this cover screen really is quite small. Now, it's not super small, like it's unmanageable, but if you are used to using something like the iPhone 17 Pro Max, which in comparison is just way bigger, or even something like the Samsung Galaxy, S25 Ultra, something like this. I mean, it is considerably smaller, but it is fairly easy to use because of its width. There's plenty of room to type on there, and it doesn't really become a problem. You can scroll just like you normally would. And it hasn't been an issue, obviously, because this is a folding phone. So once you open it up, boom, you have that nice big screen. So if you're doing something on the cover screen that's just not working out because there's not enough real estate, then you just open this bad boy up for more space. Now, another thing that I noticed about this phone is that power banks actually fit on it really nicely, better than they do on the Z Fold 7 or even on the S25 Ultra. So this right here is a Pitaka power bank right here, and I do like this power bank because it is so thin. But what I don't like about it is that they actually put the battery indicators on the back of the power bank where you can't see it when you have it attached to your phone. But with the Z Fold 8, you could set it right there. It fits on there and it does hang off, but because it hangs off, you can actually see the power indicator light so that you know how much juice left you have in your power bank. Now, this is not the way it was designed, but I absolutely love that this is a side effect of having a shorter phone. And the reason why I say this fits better than on the Z Fold 7 or the S25 Ultra is because if we look here, if we take the Z Fold 7 and we put this on there, it doesn't fit. You have to actually move it up to where it's covering the lens a bit before it actually attaches. And when it does, you can see there's a big gap right there between that. And it's very easy for this thing to get knocked off, or if you have it into your pocket for it to come right off, because it doesn't have a very secure connection, even though it does connect and charge. Now, the other thing is, if you have like the S25 Ultra, is that it fits on there and it's definitely more secure, but you can see there it's covering part of one of the lenses. And so it's nice to be able to have the power bank that fits on your Samsung phone and doesn't cover your lenses. Now, if this had a third lens, it definitely would. And because it is a short phone, and this power bank is actually designed for the iPhone and for MagSafe, it's a little bit long and it does hang off a bit. So if I grab my iPhone 17 Pro Max, you can see there, fits on it perfect, matches the case and everything. It's just a nice overall setup and experience, because this is what this power bank is designed for. But it does work on here, and there's really only like one power bank that I know of that's designed for the Samsung phones, and I'm not buying it because I think it's like $79 or something like that. Now, the next thing about the Z Fold 8 that I noticed, and it kind of drives me crazy a little bit, I don't really like the way they did this, but in the camera app, when you are shooting with the cover screen, it works fine. It works like any traditional phone. So you open it up, if you're shooting in vertical mode, you see you have the regular vertical aspect ratio. If you shoot with it in horizontal mode like that, typical horizontal aspect ratio. But if you open this thing up, then you see you get a image that's right down the middle, and you have the controls on the side. And it's when it's wide, where you're in holding the phone in like a landscape aspect ratio, it's actually shooting vertical. And you have to, if you want to shoot landscape, you actually have to turn the phone vertical in order to do that. So your natural inclination, I think most people will be to turn your phone vertical when you want to shoot vertical and turn it horizontally when you want to shoot it horizontally. But if you're shooting and you're using the big inner screen, it's the exact opposite. And that kind of drives me crazy. So for the most part, I'm just going to end up shooting with the phone closed. Now, another thing that I am enjoying about this phone, and it's not even fully optimized yet, but that is the battery. This one has I believe it's a 4,800 milliamp hour battery inside, maybe just a little bit more, but it is a longer lasting battery than with the Z Fold 7. So the Z Fold 7 has like a 44 milliamp hour battery. This one has a 48. And I believe because of the Snapdragon processor inside, it's much more efficient, so you get better performance. And on top of that, you get 45 watts of fast charging, which I think is absolutely amazing. So when you go ahead and plug this thing in, you can get that super fast charging, which is going to get you up and running and get you topped off much, much faster. Now, I have had one sort of small hiccup, and that is I have a wireless charger in my bedroom that is designed for Samsung phones, and it has the little plate basically where I just set my phone on there, and then it has a Galaxy Watch charger off to the side and another little spot for my Galaxy Buds. The problem is, because this phone is shorter, it charges, or at least it says it's charging, but then I think it's maybe charging very slowly or something. And I'm going to attribute that to the phone not making a full connection with the charging plates on the wireless charger. Because when I used my Z Fold 7 with that charger, it works fine. When I use my S25 Ultra with that charger, it works fine. But I've had this phone had it for 2 nights now. The first night that I got it, last night, and both nights I have woken up with this phone not fully charged. I went to bed with this phone, I think at like 32% last night. I woke up, it was at 67%. So I think I'm gonna need a different charger. I've noticed that when I plug it in to a charger like this that has the magnets and the key too, I go ahead and connect it, and it actually says fast wireless charging. So yeah, and if I plug it in, or if I connect it to say like a power bank and get it on there, it tells me that it's wireless charging as well, and I get the full wireless charging. It goes all the way up to 100% or until the power bank dies. So yeah, I think because of the size of the phone and the position of the phone, some of these wireless chargers may just not work or may not work as well. All right, this next thing is something that is super, super annoying. It's not a deal breaker, but it is still very annoying nonetheless, and I hope Samsung fixes it very soon. And that is, when I have the phone closed, I have a wallpaper set for my lock screen. And then I also have a wallpaper set for just the cover screen when my phone is unlocked but closed. I have a separate one that is set for my internal screen when the phone is open. So if we go here, we can see that is my lock screen right there when I have my phone locked. When I go and unlock it, that is the wallpaper for my cover screen when my phone is unlocked. Now, I do need to adjust these because it's a different aspect ratio than what I had before, and the heads are cut off. So I'll fix that. But now when I open this phone up, that is my wallpaper for my internal screen here. But here's where the problem comes in. If I tilt this and put this in portrait mode, all the icons just cover this up. And here's the thing. I have tried to fix this. So if I go over to this page here, you can see all the icons are at the bottom of the screen. So hopefully they should stay there, but they don't. For whatever reason, Samsung wants to push everything to the top of the screen. So if I go ahead and rotate this, we're going to see there that it's going to push all of my icons to the top of the screen. And if I try and move them and do that, it's going to give me a message that says, can't edit home screen and portrait view, rotate to landscape view, then try again. And that to me is just crazy. And I have tried this over and over again. I've tried all kinds of different configurations for this, for these icons, but no matter what, it seems to always push the icons to the top of the screen and covers up the face or the top of my wallpaper. So I don't know, I guess I'm gonna have to go and find like a good lock plugin or app or whatever it is, some sort of setting that's gonna allow me to customize that, because right now it's just driving me crazy. I don't understand why Samsung did that. As far as I know, it's not like that with the Z Fold 7, and I really hope they fix it on the Z Fold 8. Now, as we can see here, I rearranged the icons. I put them all on the sides of the screen, so hopefully when I rotate this, you would think that the icons would stay somewhat where they're supposed to be, or maybe push to the bottom or something, but nope. We go here, rotate it again. Samsung wants to put the icons right back in the same place, force everything to the top. I can't figure out how to change that, why it is. Samsung, please, please, please knock that mess off. Now, another thing that I don't like about this phone, but I knew going into it, so it's not a big deal. Well, it is a big deal, but not as big of a deal because I made the decision to get it anyways. But that is, you don't have flex mode in the traditional way that you do with, say, like the Z Fold 7 or 6 or 5 or the other ones, or even the Z Fold 8 Ultra. And that can be a problem for some things. Now, if you're watching video, it's not really that big of a deal, because the way flex mode works is the video shows on the top part of the screen, so you only get half of the screen showing the video. And if you want to do that with this phone, you just put it into tint mode instead of flex mode. So you basically get the same size video, you know, just in tint mode instead of flex mode. So not a big deal there. Where it does become a problem not having flex mode is if you want to take a photo or a video and you want to use the camera as sort of its own little tripod, well, you can still use tint mode, but it just doesn't work as well because you don't have as much control over the angles of your camera. Whereas with flex mode, you can move it up or move it back or move it up or down, whatever it is you need to, so that you get the right angles. You just can't really get that so much in tint mode. It's sort of locked in where the cameras are on the bottom left side of the phone, and that's what it is. You kind of have to move yourself to fit into the frame. All right, everyone, there you go. That is it. That is my 24 hours with the Z Fold 8, my first sort of initial thoughts on it. And yeah, I just wanted to make this video quick, and I know it's dirty and it's not like super polished, but I just wanted to get it out there and just tell you guys my thoughts on it. I do like the phone. It is a lot of fun so far to have it. I love having the different form factor. It's smaller and easy to hold in your hand. It's easy to type with. I love the fact that it unfolds, and when it does unfold, it feels like you have multiple aspect ratios because you have the, you know, the widescreen. You also have the vertical mode, you know, like that. So it's more like a traditional phone or tablet. It's just really nice to have all these different sort of aspect ratios and screen modes and stuff. So I'm loving it. Not that the Z Fold 7 was bad, it is great, but because when this thing opens up, it's sort of like a square. It's just sort of like a square, and it just doesn't really matter which way you rotate it. It's just sort of the same thing. And yeah, it's fine. It works great, but it's nice to kind of really feel like you have different aspect ratios, like a true landscape, a true portrait, or vertical. It's just nice like that. So yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna leave links to this phone down below in the video description so you can check it out yourself. fair warning, it is crazy expensive. It's like starts at $1,900, $1,899.99. So if you don't have a trade-in, I don't know. Good luck. But I'm going to leave links to it down below in the video description so you can check it out. I'm also going to leave links to my Amazon page and my social media contacts so you can reach me elsewhere. And I hope you enjoyed seeing this video. If you did, please give it a big thumbs up. And please subscribe to this channel. And follow me on Instagram. And I am Larry with Today I Feel Like. Thanks for coming back to see me. Come back and see me soon. And until next time, love, peace, and hair grease. Peace.